Welcome to this tip presented by the Envision Group. In this tip, we're going to use AutoCAD Civil 3D to export a LandXML file. We're going to start by opening up our alignments DWG file. In this file, we have horizontal and vertical profiles. We're going to take these and export them to LandXML so that they can be imported into another application. Going to the Prospector tab, we're taking a look at the centerline alignments and the profiles and profile views. Once we have those, we're going to do a right-click on the alignments and do an Export LandXML. From the Export to LandXML dialog, we're going to check which we want to save out and then specify the XML version we're going to save out and select OK. Then we're going to save it to an XML file that can be imported into another civil application. The next thing we're going to save out is the surfaces. So we're going to open up existing ground DWG. Going to the Prospector tab, we're going to take a look at the surfaces, and we have got a surface named Exist. The biggest thing when exporting out a surface is the definition. In order for it to triangulate correctly, it needs to have the appropriate break lines and points. It also does help to have a boundary defined if you have it. So right-clicking and export to LandXML. Again, select the surface that you'd like to export, specify the version of the LandXML file, and select OK. Save the file as a LandXML and click Save. Now both the alignments and the surface has been exported as a LandXML file. What we're going to do now is actually, as a bonus tip, bring this into Bentley, MicroStation, and InRoads. So I'm opening up MicroStation V8i and Bentley InRoads Suite V8i. I'm going to do a file translator and then LandXML translator. Here we have the ability to import a LandXML file. I'm going to bring in the surface first. I am going to give it a seed name, just as XML. Apply appropriate style so that when it's displayed it has the correct symbology. And then I want to select and browse to the file that I just saved out, existingground.xml. I'm going to open up that file and hit apply. And that'll bring in the surface file for me. The next thing that I want to bring in is the geometry. So I'm going to browse to the alignment proposed XML, and again with the default style I want to make sure that the geometry displays correctly. So I'm going to start with the default style of ALG Pro. I'm going to check on Use LandXML Project Name and Use LandXML Stationing and hit apply, and then close. Let's take a look at what we've imported. Here we have the existing surface. You can see here we've got the break line features that were imported as the definition and the points that were defined in the definition file. But I still don't have triangles. So within InRoads I need to do a right click, triangulate, and triangulate using those break lines and points. And save the file. I'm going to save this out as a DTM and click Save. So now my surface is finished. Next thing I want to do is my geometry. So I go to my geometry tab, and you'll notice the name is the project name. That's one of the checkboxes I checked on there. So I just want to rename and set some symbology up here for me. So I want to rename the geometry project from the path name to something a little more simple. So I'm going to type in ALI Pro, give it a description, where it came from. Yes, I do want to rename it, so I'll click yes here. And then I also want to rename the horizontal alignments, make sure everything is clean and can be understood. So the horizontal alignment does look good. I want to take a look at the verticals that were imported from the profile views. And I want to assign appropriate styles to those vertical alignments. So with a little cleanup on my geometry project now, everything should display correctly within InRoads. And then I want to save my geometry project. Okay, so now I've got my surface and my geometry project loaded now, and appropriate styles have been defined, so it should display correctly. And here I've got my horizontal alignment that I'm viewing, and then I'm also going to start viewing some of my data from the surface. So I'm going to view my contours first. And as the contours display, you can see that there is some concave areas that need some attention, but that's because I didn't bring in a boundary. Next thing I'm going to take a look at is the vertical alignments. So I need one thing I forgot to do here is stationing. I need to redefine the stationing. Currently the main line is starting at 0, 0. I want to make sure it starts at 375 plus 0, 0. And I want to synchronize my vertical starting stationing. I'll click apply and then close. So now my stationing matches my LandXML file from AutoCAD, Civil 3D. Now I'm going to create the profile. My main line is created here as a source. I'm going to click apply and place it in the drawing. And there's my profile window with my existing surface. And now I'm going to view my vertical alignment. And then lastly, I'm going to apply the vertical annotation to my vertical alignment. And there you go. So what I've done now is I've recreated all the data from LandXML in Bentley InRoads Suite V8i with using the LandXML translator. This concludes our tip. For more tips and tricks, please visit envisioncad.com. Thank you.